without one.
Yeah, I know,
You're
but
just
okay,
trying to
well, we'll just
complicate
have to...
things. Let's do thumbnails. Let's get an easel. Let's have a microphone.
Well, I'm trying to improve the quality of stuff.
I'm just trying to get them done.
Well, I know, and that's the problem.
I don't know the problem. We talked about me being right all the time. That's what I'm going to do now instead of actually arguing with you.
So annoying. Okay.
Ready? 10 minutes started. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And we are here to talk about Godzilla, the new one.
Godzilla. Yep.
Tell the story.
No.
Go on. Tell the story of Godzilla.
Godzilla, a big thing comes to Earth.
A big thing comes to Earth. It's already in Earth.
Okay.
I'll do the story. Right, some nuclear thing explodes at the beginning, which kills Bryan Cranston's wife. Spoiler alert for the first 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's only the first 10 minutes. It's in the trailer. You see the door shutting in the trailer.
That's only implied. It's kind of just suggested. It's not a spoiler.
All right. Maybe she dies.
That's better.
She does. So he then becomes a crackpot old man who's like, oh, that radiated zone that they won't let us go in. Is radiated the right word?
Irradiated.
Whatever. And so he thinks that there's a cover-up because he doesn't believe that the place just exploded. His son's turned into a soldier and they meet because his dad keeps going into the quarantined area, which is where he used to work, where his wife maybe died. Anyway, it turns out it was some monsters. That's the film.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, that's the film.
Yeah. Then
Turns out it was some monsters. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then it's like, there's these one set of monsters who are like weird and ugly. And then there's Godzilla.
Who's also weird and ugly.
Yeah, but...
He looks a bit more like a dog than the other one, so I guess you can kind of relate to it a bit better.
Yeah, anything that doesn't look like a dog I think is weird or ugly.
Do you get depressed when you look in the mirror? Or do you think you look like a dog?
Never get depressed when I'm wanking. As if I do that in the mirror. Imagine.
I'm imagining it now. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So, go on. Did you like the film?
Yeah.
Me too.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot more on second viewing than I did on first.
This is not top trumps.
But if it was, I just won.
Yeah.
The first time I watched it, I think the problem was that the trailers made it look like the greatest film of all time. So when we actually watched it, it wasn't the greatest film of all time. Like, there is, like, plenty wrong with it. But then the second time, you're kind of over that and you're just going to watch it just for the sake of it, like, without the hype.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the greatest film of all time, but it's still pretty good. So, like, the first time you watch it, you end up, you leave the cinema thinking, oh, that wasn't the best film ever. But then the second time, when you know that, you go, yeah, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of Matthew Broderick?
Well, we're talking about different films.
Are we? We're talking about Godzilla?
I like Matthew Broderick in Election. I think he's very good in that.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
No?
No. Don't need to.
I hated
Godzilla.
him in Godzilla.
Really? Did you?
Yeah, obviously the Roland Emmerich film.
I thought he was great.
In Godzilla, in the Roland Emmerich one?
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't, and you're wrong.
Leon.
Yeah. No, that's an awful movie.
Chewing gum.
Like an American.
Like an American.
Yeah. No, that's turd.
I like it because I like the scene.
Which one? The Roland Emmerich one?
Yeah, the one we're talking about.
No, we're not, but go on.
It's the better one.
It's not the better one. We did watch the original one the other week, though.
Yeah, we did actually, yeah. What was it, 60 years? Is it 60 years old now?
Something
today?
Like that. I don't know, is it?
Something?
60 years old today.
Yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah. I posted a thing about it on Facebook.
Alright. Fair enough.
Yeah. 60 years old
Did
today.
you like the very, very original Godzilla?
No.
Why not?
It was really long.
It wasn't that long.
Unnecessarily
You could say that.
poor.
What do you mean it wasn't necessarily poor?
I mean, for the time, it was alright, but by today's standards, it was just...
Today's standards?
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I haven't said anything except
the
what do you
special
mean?
effects were just awful.
But not for the day, you've got to bear that in mind.
No, but for today, I said by today's standards,
well,
it's
yeah,
awful.
if it came out on the cinema today, I'd be like, that those effects are a bit ropey. But watching something that apparently is 60 years old, are you taking the piss? What did you think of the original?
A little bit. It was good. It was alright. There was a lot of good bits.
Yeah.
There's plenty of bad bits. Like I do think like
Did
a lot of it.
For you?
A little bit. He was narrating the entire thing with Batman's voice. But I mean Christian Bale Batman's voice as well.
I just know that a modern audience doesn't like subtitles, so I tried to improve it for you.
It was
by doing Batman's voice for an hour and a half.
and he wouldn't stop. Like you'd
Oh,
think the joke would be over at some point, but it didn't stop.
It's addictive. I don't know if you ever
Constant.
tried.
And because I sit here and Darren sits in his comfy chair behind, because that's the
In
one
the
with
throne.
all the surround sound and all the mod cons and the fridge in the seat, and you know it
Dozens.
shakes and stuff like that. And he's just sitting there, and just from behind me, not part of like the surround sound or anything like that. It's just this horrible, croaky, rough
Yeah.
voice
Even for like
reading
sensitive
everything.
scenes,
It was so frustrating.
it's pretty good.
So frustrating.
But for the new, what I liked about the original is that obviously it's a sort of their reaction to the whole sort of, you know, the nuke being dropped and that kind of like nuclear paranoia and everything. And this
Well-
new one I was watching, it's all about kind of like the elements, you know, and how we can't
Mhm.
control nature. And there's like there's stuff in it like with tsunamis and
Global
the
warming, innit?
nuclear like power thing at the beginning. That happened, the nuclear meltdown that happened in
Yeah,
like Japan a few years ago.
yeah.
And then there's a bit in it where a plane like flies straight into a building because the pilot's ejected. And there's films where like they kind of Superman I think became a bit reminiscent of 9/11, and I just thought a Man of Steel. I mean, it's like, oh, don't do that. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's wrong.
Yeah.
But in this film, I felt like it justified it. Like it was good enough to.
Really?
Yeah, I really did.
Wow.
Do you not?
You mean like the actual action of it?
Yeah. But I mean to be intentionally reminiscent of it.
Right. I see. In what was it? How? Like how
Well, they
can?
flew a plane into a
No, I
building.
mean, I mean, how is it? How is it
how is it
justified it in a way that other films couldn't or wouldn't?
I suppose because firstly, Man of Steel isn't about that. You know, it's just
Right.
a blockbustery
It's
thing.
not about global issues and stuff.
Yeah, whereas Godzilla is about, you know, a little kind of metaphor for the things
Yeah.
that we experience and the disasters we go through.
Yeah.
So I think it was, and I really like the director, Gareth Edwards, whatever,
Yeah.
the guy that did Monsters. Although the thing that I liked about Monsters is that there's basically no monsters in it, and it's just about those two people. And I think the problem with this film is that the people in it are really, really boring, and the monsters are quite cool.
Mm.
So I think that it's a shame.
The monsters are quite cool.
They are.
I remember the predominantly the army base. You know where the first one escapes from,
Oh yeah.
and it's like it's clawing its way out of that
Yeah,
big
yeah.
hole and stuff like that. And it's just really really fun.
I like the first time Godzilla turns up, and like I think their helicopter like smashes into a plane, and that plane explodes into another plane, which explodes into another.
Yeah.
It keeps going along, and everyone's like screaming, and then a foot just appears, and everyone goes down quiet. It's like, oh, what's that? But it was really cool.
Things are going from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people said Godzilla was fat. What do you think about the design of him?
He did look chunky, but I mean, he's been sitting around for 60 years.
Yeah, I didn't like that thing that he's just been sitting in the earth.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed a bit like. They
I
may as well. I reckon in the script it just said Godzilla has been brackets bullshit. You know, fill it in later.
Some scientific
Yeah, whatever you say on the time.
Yeah,
oh, and
yeah.
also, Ken Watanabe, or however you pronounce it, and Sally Hawkins' characters are basically there just to tell us some sciencey bullshit. Like every
Right.
so often it'll cut to them and be like, yes, the thing, it explodes in the sky because...
Yeah.
And
They
then it
don't
goes back.
have any other real... yeah.
Although, and I liked all the Spielberginess of it. Like, I think Bryan Cranston's called Brody, which is the name of the guy in Jaws.
Yeah.
And the beginning starts with the helicopter going over the jungly thing, which reminded me of Jurassic Park.
Right.
And also there's a bit in that science thing you just mentioned where they go, Dr. Grant will see you now. As in
Dr.
that's,
Grant.
Sam Neill's character from Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. I'm like, oh.
He pops up in this as well.
Yeah, Dr. Grant's talking to Dr. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But, no, it's all good.
Clever God.
Clever God.
Cool. Did you like that he was electric, like the
Oh,
first?
that's kind of a spoiler. That's more of a spoiler than saying the wife's dead.
No,
Maybe.
I was referring to Godzilla being an animatronic, being electric. Did
Yeah,
did
nobody's
we
not.
know he was a government controlled? Shut up! Trying to save it.
Yeah,
okay.
I like the bit that you're referring to.
Yeah,
The blue scene.
the blue sea.
Little bit
Yeah,
of blue
the
in
blue for
Godzilla.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think
Uh,
about a certain character suddenly not being in it as long as we might have wanted?
Hated it.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Really, really
Because
threw
the
me
character
off.
it then focuses on, it's like,
Yeah, I wasn't interested anymore. I was
no, he's just fucking boring.
yeah,
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other character is the one. I won't say who it was.
yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. It's just a waste.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You
he
get,
got nothing.
he was
you
the
know.
hot, like he's the hottest actor. You know, the American
Sexy-wise.
American hottest.
You've watched one too many of those naked scenes in Breaking
E
Bad, haven't you?
Entertainment Network hottest actor of the time.
Yeah, but if you notice,
and then
every
he just gets shut over.
but every film he's in for a second. I'm pretty sure I blinked and missed him in Contagion.
Yeah, what's all that about? And Rock of Ages, like he could have
Right.
had such a bigger
Well,
part
that
in
was a
that.
rubbish film anyway. I think it was a wise career move to not be in Rock of Ages for very long.
Yeah.
But
Hello, Missy. Say hi to the
I
camera.
like that. What's his name? The director guy had like a massive career jump between Monsters and this.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, good luck topping that career jump." And then he was like, "Fuck you, I'm doing Star Wars next."
Yeah, exactly.
I've managed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
looking
don't know.
forward to that. To be fair, you'll do a good job of that because like you can see
Depends
the
what they do.
massive scale of this film and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
and the atmosphere effects and stuff. You know, the clouds and the darkness, the colours and stuff like that. There was a
the
lot.
colours are
There was a
amazing.
lot
like
of
the bit
style.
when they like jumped out the plane
Yeah,
with it, and they were
exactly,
like
yeah.
farting the red gas.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
don't think that's quite the scientific way
I think it was shit
to
in blood
describe it.
as they flew from the sky. You would, wouldn't you?
That's
Anyway.
10 minutes.
Oh well, that's our
So-
Godzilla video.
Yeah. So what's your what would you like to see in Godzilla 2?
Well, they've said that
As
there's
a- as a
Mothra
closing
or
comment.
Mothra or whatever, haven't they?
Mothra.
Yeah, I would just like. I would like
Oh.
more time with the monsters, but I would like more decent human characters.
Yes.
And I don't feel that they should just shoehorn in Kick-Ass, whatever his name is, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mhm.
By all means, focus on a completely different set of human characters.
Mhm.
You know, in fact, it probably make more sense to. But yes.
Yeah, it would do.
So that's what I would like from the sequel.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Very
I am solely
promising.
responsible.
Very promising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
We're all excited for that, and see you next time.
see you again.
I'll show my hand to indicate goodbye-ness.
Goodbye.
I'll cut it there.
Yeah. Right, let's do the next one quick.
I'll cut it a whole minute before that happened.